A billionaire arrived home well past midnight, expecting
Oh my
nothing but
God.
quiet. But as he approached the bathroom door, he was met with a sight that stopped him in his tracks. There, slumped against the toilet, was his maid. Strapped to her back were two babies, both asleep in orange onesies. Towels were scattered across the floor, and a butter knife lay near a valve she had been struggling with. The rules were clear: fire her. But what happened next? It's a moment that would haunt everyone in that mansion forever. Before we get started, tell us in the comments, what time is it where you're watching from? Also, don't forget to strike that like and subscribe button. Let's dive in. Alexander Ward's brow furrowed as he heard the faint sound of running water when there should have been silence. Midnight was supposed to be peaceful. Following the sound, his steps quickened, sharp against the floor, and he pushed open the bathroom door. His eyes went wide. There, slumped against the toilet, sat Clara, her face pale and weary. On her back, secured in a worn sling, were two infants in bright orange onesies, their heads resting against her shoulder. Both were asleep, blissfully unaware. Towels lined the floor, and a butter knife rested beside the valve she had clearly been trying to fix. Alexander's voice sliced through the air. "Clara, what is this?" Her eyes snapped open in panic, her body stiffening as she steadied the babies with one arm. "Mr. Ward, please. Don't raise your voice. They'll wake up." His eyes narrowed, his tone sharp as a blade. "In my house, Clara, you know the rule, no exceptions. No dependents." She swallowed hard, looking down. "The daycare closed because of a pipe burst. The sitter didn't answer. I had no one else, sir. I strapped them to me so I could still work. I couldn't afford to lose this job. Could she really risk losing everything for this?" Alexander's voice was tight with fury. "So, you brought two babies into a bathroom full of bleached tools and broken pipes?" Her voice trembled, but she held her ground. "Yes, because you told me this bathroom had to be spotless before your guests arrived. I cleaned every inch. The valve jammed, water started spilling, and if I left it, the floor would have flooded. I stopped it. I protected your house. You should have called maintenance." "I did. They said, tomorrow." Her voice quivered, but she didn't look away. "Tomorrow was too late for you, wasn't it? You wanted perfection. I tried to give it. All I had was a knife and two kids who need formula in the morning." One of the twins whimpered. Clara shifted, rocking gently until the sound faded. "This isn't recklessness, Mr. Ward. It's survival. You asked for clean. I made it clean. I didn't know how else to do both." Alexander's gaze dropped to the towels, the makeshift fix, and the raw red welts where the glove had chafed her skin. "What are their names?" His voice softened. "Max and Noah," she said, chin raised. 7 months old. They're not sick. They're not trouble. They're just mine." "You broke policy," Alexander stated flatly. "I did. HR will demand your termination tomorrow." "Then fire me tonight," Clara's voice cut through the air. "Just tell me now, so I know if I'm walking home with them on my back or waiting for a bus that never comes. Don't leave me guessing." Alexander rubbed his forehead, frustration mounting. "You don't get the kind of risk this is for me. And you don't get the kind of risk it is for me," Clara snapped back. "If I stay home, they starve. If I bring them, I break your rule. Either way, I lose. But tonight, I fixed your problem and kept them safe. Tell me, Mr. Ward, who really failed here?" Silence. The faint tick of the Clara valve echoed in the background, steady and cold. Alexander knelt beside the tank, twisting the valve into place. The sound of rushing water ceased, and he stood, wiping his hands clean. "You could have hurt yourself with that knife. And yet the leak is gone," Clara replied, her voice low but sharp. He studied her, her back straight but exhaustion pulling at her like a weight. The twins rested peacefully on her shoulders. "You broke the rule," Alexander said, softer this time. "I did," Clara answered, no defense. He sighed deeply. "You're not leaving tonight. You'll sleep in the guest room downstairs. We'll talk tomorrow." Tears welled in Clara's eyes, but she quickly turned away. "I don't need pity." "This isn't pity," Alexander's voice was firm. "This is me acknowledging that tonight, you did more for this house than anyone on my payroll." Her lip quivered, but no words came. "Stand up slowly," Alexander said. "You'll fall if you rush." Clara stood shakily, still gripping the sling straps. Alexander offered his hand. She hesitated, then took it. Her palm was warm, rough, and trembling. The faint crackle of a radio echoed from the hall, security closing in. Alexander's shoulders squared as he looked toward her. "If they ask you, stop the leak. Nothing about the twins. Not tonight." Clara's eyes widened. "You'd cover for me?" Alexander glanced at the twins, then back at her. "Sometimes the rules are wrong. Sometimes breaking them is the only way anyone notices." Her throat tightened. "Thank you." Footsteps echoed closer. Alexander stepped into the hall first. "Stay behind me," he murmured. Clara, gripping her sons tightly, obeyed. The night guard, Lucas, appeared at the top of the stairs. The motion sensor in the hallway beeped, and the guard's gaze landed on Clara, the sling strapped across her shoulders. "Do you?" Alexander cut him off. "She fixed the leak. Stand down." The guard hesitated, then nodded. "Yes, sir." When Lucas disappeared around the corner, Alexander turned to Clara, guiding her toward the kitchen. She looked about to collapse, the twins still nestled against her. "Sit." "I can't." "Sit." His command was sharp, unyielding. She lowered herself into a chair, holding Noah as he stirred. Alexander opened the fridge, pulled out a bottle of milk, and began to warm it. His movements were stiff, unsure, but his determination was clear. "You don't have to do this," Clara whispered, her voice soft. "Yes, I do," Alexander replied. He handed her the bottle. "Feed him." Clara complied, the twins nursing quietly. For a moment, the only sound was the soft suckling of babies. Alexander leaned against the counter, his voice low. "I could fire you right now. And this, save myself the trouble. That's what everyone expects. So why don't I?" Clara met his gaze, eyes glistening. "Why don't you?" "Because I saw the towels, I saw your hands. I saw you keep 2 infants calm while fixing a leak with nothing but a knife." Alexander's voice faltered, rough. "I built this empire demanding perfection. But I missed the truth. People don't live by rules. They live in emergencies." Her lip trembled. "Sir, I'm not asking for favors. Just a chance to work without choosing between food and my kids." Alexander exhaled. "Then you have it." Clara froze. "What?" "I'm rewriting the policy. Effective immediately. An emergency clause for parents. No one loses their job for surviving." Tears filled her eyes as they slid down her cheeks. "I don't believe this. I've heard promises before." "Don't believe my words," Alexander said quietly. "Believe the changes." She shook her head slowly. "Why me? You could hire 10 others, no kids. No one else would have kept this house from flooding tonight. You did." The twins shifted again, and Clara instinctively rocked them, her body swaying gently. "When my mother cleaned houses, every boss said, 'We're family here.' But when she asked for one sick day, she wasn't family anymore. I learned not to trust words." Alexander straightened. "Then trust this. Tomorrow a nursery project starts downstairs. I'll fund it. I'll sign it. You'll see it happen." Her breath caught. "You're serious?" "I am." They sat in silence, the night stretching long and quiet. Clara kissed Max's forehead softly. "If I had fallen asleep longer, they could have been hurt." "You didn't fall asleep," Alexander said quietly. "You collapsed. And still you kept them safe. That's more than most of us manage by morning." At that moment, HR marched in, papers in hand. Clause violation. Grounds for dismissal. Alexander pushed the papers aside. "Rewrite it. Add an emergency childcare clause. Immediate pay for missed shifts. And build a temporary nursery by the gym." "Sir, that'll cost." "Flooded marble costs more. Cynicism costs more." "Do it." HR left in stunned silence. Clara stood in the doorway, Noah in her arms. "You really meant it?" "Yes," Alexander replied. "And you'll keep your job. But there's one condition." Her stomach clenched. "What's that?" "You show me how you got that valve open with a butter knife." She blinked, then laughed through her tears. Deal. Later, the mansion was full of investors, crystal glasses clinking, polished marble gleaming. No one saw the nursery plans spread across Alexander's desk. When asked what kept him up at night, Alexander didn't mention markets or rivals. He simply said, "The fear that I'm tidy but not good enough." Clara left the mansion with Max and Noah asleep in her arms. At the elevator she stopped. "I broke the rule. You could have made an example of me." "I did," Alexander answered. "Just a different kind." The elevator doors closed. Alexander caught his reflection. A man in a suit, changed not by wealth, but by two babies in orange who forced him to rewrite his house and himself. What would you have done in Alexander's place? Fired her or rewritten the rules? Share your thoughts below. If this story resonated, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more powerful real stories that prove humanity is more important than policy.